Give the call to the member for Hughes.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, here we are, the first day back after the winter recess. We're not even an hour into the new parliamentary sessions, and yet Deputy Speaker, we have this blinding hypocrisy from the Labor Party. Not only an hour into Parliament. Now, the member for Batman gave the game away where she brought up bringing back the Road Safety Remuneration Tribunal in this debate. Deputy Speaker, the tribunal, that was simply about to put small business operators in the road transport sector, put all sanctions and mandates upon them, but not put, Deputy Speaker, the same sanctions or mandates against the large companies with their unionised employees. And this is exactly what we are seeing in this argument over penalty rates. It would be nice if the Labor Party came in and they said the bill that they were introducing applied to all the cuts that have been made by their friends at the SDA over recent years. But no, it's not. And this is the whole problem, Deputy Speaker. It was those cuts that were made and authorised by the union officials to penalty rates that has forced the hand of the Commission. Now, let's just have a look at some of them. At Bunnings, Deputy Speaker, the shoppies union, the SDA, and the leader of the opposition's former union, the AWA, they actually cut penalty rates for workers at Bunnings from 0 on to Saturday and down from 100% to 50% on Sunday. Now, where was all the members of the Labor Party standing up and saying how terrible these cuts were to penalty rates then? We didn't hear a whisper, a murmur from them. And all that did, Deputy Speaker, is put small business in the hardware sector having to pay more wages than their competitors, their large, big end-of-town competitors, backed by their union mates, Deputy Speaker, at a competitive disadvantage. The same thing at David Jones. The SDA, with the backing of the Labor Party and all the Labor members that sit over there, cut penalty rates at David Jones. They cut them to 0 on a Saturday and down to 50% on a Sunday. So that put, Deputy Speaker, David Jones with a unionised workforce at a competitive advantage against small business that were forced to pay higher wages on a weekend. And where was the complaints from the Labor Party when that happened? Absolutely nothing. Another example, Deputy Speaker. The SDA cut the penalty rates for workers at Pizza Hut in Queensland, making them over $13,700 worse off. They actually cut the penalty rates to 0 on a Saturday and Sunday. And where was the outrage of the Labor members of Parliament over this? Where do they come into this place and complain about penalty rates being cut for Pizza Hut workers in Queensland? A deathly silence. But what that cut did, Deputy Speaker, it placed again a large corporation with a unionised workforce at a competitive advantage over their small business competitors. And that, Deputy Speaker, is what we see this debate is all about. It has nothing to do with penalty rates, Deputy Speaker. It is about more union control, more union dominance across the workforce. The Labor Party don't give a care, Deputy Speaker, about those workers that had their penalty rates cut. Otherwise, they would have come in and they would have spoken up about them before. They just wanted to see those small businesses with a non-unionised workforce placed at a competitive disadvantage and have those workers have to go over to their big end-of-town competitors. And of course, Deputy Speaker, cough up their union fees. That is all this debate is about. Now, I've heard, Deputy Speaker, a few other comments from other members. The member for Bass raised power bills, Deputy Speaker. Well, if the member for Bass is so concerned about the cost of electricity in this nation, I hope that he will get behind the recommendations made by the ACCC and to reduce the subsidies, Deputy Speaker, that are currently flowing and getting added onto everyone's electricity bills. If the member for Bass is fair dinkum, he'll get behind and he will stand up and say, I support every single one of the ACCC's recommendations. But, Deputy Speaker, 5 will get you 10, that there's not a chance of that. And then we have the hypocrisy on the corporate rate of tax, Deputy Speaker. We live in an internationally competitive environment. Our companies have to compete against around the world for capital and for workers. We currently have a situation, Deputy Speaker, where the US have lowered their corporate rate of tax down to 21%. We have France planning to lower their corporate rate of tax from 34% to 25%. We have the UK 20 to 17%. We have to, Deputy Speaker, maintain competitive rates.
For Griffiths.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.